dun, 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 dun.
There you go.
Hashtag
I was like
Yay.
the color of that too, so just picture that.
We're kind of on trend, by the way, with what's going on. Hey, good morning, Canada. So, you know, it's that time of year when many young people will be looking for their summer job, and that's the focus of today's Your Take. We are looking at summer jobs. So good morning, Linz. Good morning,
Hi.
Am. Do you guys have summer jobs, by the way?
Yeah.
Age of 14.
How would I ever?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what did you guys do? I want some details. Give me a bit of details.
I'm hearing somebody else.
Adulation for.
So I'm going to take them out so I can talk to you.
Yeah.
I was a babysitter. I
Yeah.
worked in a vintage clothing store. I worked in a pet store, all of which were great jobs.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
The babysitting was fun. And this little boy called me Annery. Couldn't say my name. Yeah, very cute. You know, typical summer jobs.
Yeah. What about you,
I did a
Linz?
babysitting thing too. I sold water at the X.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it's key. Everyone needs the water.
Yeah. You make some good funds off of that?
No.
Okay.
My favorite though was I went to camp forever,
Yeah.
and so I became a counselor at my camp.
Oh, you'd be a fun counselor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You would be fun.
I didn't get asked back, but that's like
You can't win them all.
That's a whole other story.
You can't win them all.
No, it was great. It was great.
But this is the week where, the Canada Summer Jobs Program, it's a federal program that entices employers to hire younger employees, such as students. Well, we know that budget for that program has been increased over the years since the Liberals have come into power, and it now funds over 70,000 jobs. So what is the Canada's unemployment rate right now? Well, across the country, it is 5.8%, but we know that the youth unemployment is always a little bit higher, and right now it's just over 11% across this country. So there are more young people out of work right now, but they are going to start looking for work. So, we talked about some of your jobs that you did.
Yeah.
What are some of the more popular jobs that we find students looking for during the summer? Well, we found a list, and it was really interesting to see
I'm gonna guess like outdoor stuff, right?
a lot of
Yeah.
that. So landscaping,
Yeah.
construction, but even, your traditional retailing and your hospitality. But we're also seeing more, young people and students going overseas looking for work. So whether that's overseas teaching or even starting a business.
Overseas?
Well, locally.
Oh, locally, I would say. Okay,
starting a
okay, yeah,
business.
yeah.
So I found that was quite interesting. I mean, I know you said you were a counselor.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because when I was younger, I attempted to do that a couple of times. What I would do was make flyers for leaf clearing. And why are you laughing at me?
I love that
And
even
just
then
like,
you were starting your own business.
But here's the thing, my flyers, because we didn't have a photocopier, we did have a fax machine. Do you guys remember
I
this?
do.
Yes.
And so, when you have the fax paper,
The rolly paper.
then you give it out, the rolly paper, and you give it out to your neighbors, and then it rolls up, and then it also, if you put your nail across it, it just wipes out everything that's there. So I didn't get a lot of customers.
No,
I
it wasn't
think
a successful venture.
It was not, but I tried.
Okay, well, I'm glad you tried, because what we're seeing, actually some trends, and I talked about this earlier, internationally, and when I say that, I'm talking about the States, we're actually seeing some trends where students are not actively looking for summer jobs as much as they were before. In fact, hiring levels are at one of their lowest points.
What are they doing instead?
Well, the thing is that they can't either find jobs because they're finding that they're competing more with older people who've been laid off. So
Right.
they're
Oh,
going for the
interesting.
same jobs, which is an issue in itself. So they're trying to be more resourceful, whether that's starting a business, using social media to start a business, any other way to kind of gear and create
So
an
not
income.
traditional jobs, like the ones that we
Exactly.
had been seeing in years past.
Exactly. Which really begs the question to how important is a summer job? Because I know you have had multiple, I've had multiple. For you, what lessons did you think you got out of it?
Everything. I mean, there's so much.
Responsibility,
Yeah.
money management, time management, and just the fact that you get up and you go to a job, and there's days that you don't feel like it, and you get up anyway and you go. It's just that sort of life adulting skill that you need to learn. And my parents felt I needed to learn it at 14.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, though. I mean, the younger, not the youngest, the better, but the
Yeah.
younger, the better.
Yeah.
And to have some, also, when I talk to friends about having some time for imagination, too, when you're younger, to have a nice balance of that work and play.
Right, exactly. And we did find some tips for people who are going to start looking into the job market. First of all, you definitely want to make sure you talk with your network of people, whether that's your parents' friends, because that is always the easiest way in. If you are applying generally, use certain keywords and so forth. So there are guidelines out there, but we do want to ask our viewers out there so we can start another family discussion. Here's your hashtag Your Take question. What was your favorite summer job? Tell us why. Hit us up on all our social media platforms. More news and weather right after the break.